Hey, so my name is Justin Chander, and I wanted to do a storytelling um, of a performance I actually did at Tinder Tales Queer Edition in Toronto in 2017. And it was actually storytelling of a short story I was writing. So here it is. It's called Tinder XO Tinder, if I didn't mention it before. So basically, well, there's no basically. Here we go. So I went on a trip to Taiwan, and I didn't tell anyone, including my parents. Yeah, so it was kind of a secret vacation I took, and it was in the middle of summer semester. And so I went on the plane, and I got off, and I re-downloaded the Tinder application, and after that I started using it, and then it was like, hey, people are actually using it here, because I always found it different using Tinder in the location that you're in as opposed to, where your home is, because I don't know, Tinder for queer people didn't really work that well in the places that I've lived. But like on vacation, it was different. So, anyway, so I matched with the first guy. So I'm not gonna use the real names here. We're gonna call them. How about we call the first one Jeremy and the second one Jason for kicks. Okay, so Jeremy I met on Tinder, and so we met, and I was staying at the hostel then in Taiwan, and he picked me up from uh, the hostel, and then we went to Ximending, which is the queer area in Taiwan, and yeah, it was. We had our discussion was kind of along the lines. Well, I told him how I found it. I didn't like how people's displays of public affection if they're queer or straight. And then he agreed with me, and then he took me to the riverside, and then he started making out with me. And yeah, like I didn't. It was kind of unexpected, and I liked him kissing me, and then I went home with him, and I spent the night with him. And then afterwards, what happened was I went out um, to meet a second guy, which we'll call Jason. So they were having a vigil for the Orlando shooting in Taipei, and I thought that was really great because it was like other queer people from around the world recognizing this event that happened that was really bad. And yeah, it was really great to see queer mobilization in other parts of the world, and it needs to be recognized. Um, so my friend from the hostel, I was like, so why don't you want to, yeah, why don't you come along? And then she was like, yeah, I want to come along. And like we were doing everything together, so it was a great opportunity for us to be together more. And yeah, I went to the Orlando Vigil, and it was really emotional. Like, it was really sad, like a lot of things, but it was really great to see and be part of it and to be present there. And the guy said, "Look for black pants," and my friend from the hostel found it, and then we were able to find him, and then Jeremy was there, and he said, like, he approached me after the vigil, and I was like, like, don't make contact with him, just like keep it going, and then it was too late, and I started talking to Jason, and Jason, like, he was like, let's go get pizza. And I was like, no, I want to get Taiwanese food. I'm in Taiwan. And then he was like, okay, I know a place. And then he asked, like, is this guy Jeremy your friend? And I was like, yes. And then he asked him, do you want to come along? And Jeremy was like, do you mind? And I did mind, and so did my friend. But he came along. And Jason's two friends were there too. And they were like, they were, yeah, they came along too. And we went into taxis. And all of a sudden, when, like, Jason and I were in the same taxi, and we got there, and all of a sudden there were these people opening the doors up for us, a harp playing, a water fountain, and it was a 5-star restaurant. I was like, wow, we're going here. And then so Jason's friend was asking him how, or no, asking me how I know Jeremy, and I said, oh, I know him from the hostel. And then, yeah, he started talking to um, Jeremy later on, and asking how you know him in Mandarin, and then they say in Tinder. And then I clarified after that, saying I know him from Tinder, to his friend talking, because honesty is the best policy. And yeah, so then Jason was like, what do you want to do afterwards? And I was like, we agreed to go to a bar. We were like, oh, karaoke, but I think karaoke was closed that day. And then Jeremy was like, I want to go home. And then he went home with one of Jason's friends, and then yeah, we went to the bar. Oh, by the way, Jason paid for everything. He paid for Jeremy's dinner, my friend's dinner, my dinner, his two friends' dinner, and his dinner. Oh, and his two friends' names were, oh wait, I'm not revealing names. And I forgot. Yeah, I can't recall one of them. Anyways, um, so yeah, then we went to the bar, and he bought each of us alcoholic drinks. I had some chocolate alcoholic drink, and everyone else had wine. And yeah, his, so it was at the bar. Went there. It was my friend from the hostel, his friend, like one of his friends in particular, him and I, and then we talked. Yeah, and it was a good time. I think I was a bit nervous, so like I was like drinking, and then didn't drink too much, but like shaking a little bit, and then I think maybe people thought I drank like some amount, and then so I didn't get like a second drink, but he um he posed the question to anyone else if they want another drink, and they got another drink. And then afterwards, he sent us on a taxi home, my friend and I. And then my friend, we were, we were laughing. My friend, we were laughing so much. And my friend, like, she said she knew exactly what was going on the whole time, and she was trying not to laugh. Like, and yeah, she just understood what was going on, and like there was me there trying to figure out how to deal with this. And I wasn't sure how. Yeah, that's the story. Bye.